Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to take a look at Dominaria United in the Collector Booster Box. Can't recall what case this comes from, so there's a chance there could be a Legends card in here. So let's go ahead and crack it open, take a look at all the cards, see if we can't find a Sheoldred or a Lost Legend that isn't worth 5 cents, and run the full MTG Box Analysis. Now, we do have a box topper in here. However, the box toppers in this set are a joke. They are essentially a foil card from the Commander subset, and almost all are valued under $1. So let's see if we can even get a rare. All right, so we are going to see Jasmine Boreal of the 7, which is an uncommon. I'll put the price on the screen, but my hopes are not high for that. However, my hopes are a little bit high that we can find a Sheoldred the Apocalypse in here, and any luck, the textured foil, which is currently going for about $80. So here we go. Now, this is not a new box for me. I've had this one for a while, so it wasn't part of like any kind of Amazon dump or anything like that. But this set is predominantly Sheoldred or bust. There's only a few other cards that have, I'll call it true value. So we got ourselves an Essence Scatter to kick us off with a Haunted Mire. Then we're going to see ourselves Meteorite, followed by, we do get a Legend. We got ourselves a Spirit Shackle. All right, so I just looked it up. Spirit Shackle, 37-cent common. What am I supposed to do with that? Well, it'll go in a sleeve, and I'll take care of it, and it'll stay in my collection forever because it's a 37-cent common. Now, surprisingly enough, we just picked up a $1 uncommon from the main set. All right, so fantastic on the Lost Legends hit. Unfortunately, it couldn't be better. All right, so we got ourselves a Relic of Legends. Fantastic. Then we get a Tori Devant Fury Rider with a Full Art Plains. These are still holding a little bit of value. And then we're going to see a Najal, the Storm Runner, coming in. This is going to be our textured foil card. And then we're going to see Aster, Bearer of Blades, just a rare, followed by a Chaotic Transformation coming in from the Commander subset. And then we're going to see Rona, Sheoldred's Faithful, just a showcase foil. Then we get Tobias, Doom Conqueror, coming in from the Commander subset. This is one of my biggest complaints about this set, is that there was a ton of Commander cards in the box topper as well as in the collector booster packs, and they're just not valuable. All right, then we're going to see Aurea Scion Demon, again from the Commander subset, followed by Namada Primeval Warden. Then we're going to see Rivaz of the Claw, followed by a Soldier and Power Stone token. Again, my wife loves the Power Stones. If you missed that video, I had her narrate a box opening. She knows virtually nothing about Magic, and she just had fun with it, and I think everybody enjoyed it a little bit. I think she'll be back for a couple of more videos, maybe one more this year. All right, so we got ourselves a Shore Up, followed by a Timely Interference. Then we're going to see the Hexbane Tortoise, followed by a Negate. Then we're going to see a Monstrous Warleech, followed by a Battlewing Mystic. Then we're going to see another Full Art Plains with Braid's Arisen Nightmare. This is going to be our textured foil that is going to hold a little bit of value for us. Then we're going to see a Haughty Jin, followed by a Bladewing Deathless Tyrant extended art coming in from Commander. This does hold a little bit of value, just over $2. And then we're going to see a Bortuk Bone Rattle, followed by Tobias, again, this time in the etched foil treatment, not high value, followed by Torsen, Founder of Benalia, also in the etched foil treatment from Commander. And then we're going to see an Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief, followed by a Plaza of Heroes. So the Plaza of Heroes is going to hold some value for us. Very nice to see that card. And then we're going to see ourselves a Saproling with a Knight token. I don't believe any of the tokens have any value, or at least not any significant value. Maybe if you had 1,000 of them, you might have a few bucks on your hand. I don't recommend you go buy 1,000 boxes just so you can get yourself a horde of tokens, though. All right, so this one starts off with an Impulse with a Contaminated Aquifer. Then we're going to see a Destroy Evil, followed by a Molten Tributary, a Walking Bulwark, followed by a Vohar Badalion Desecrator. Then we've got, finally, some variety. We've got a Forest with a Queen Elena of Ruddock as our textured foil. And then we're going to see a Leaf Crown Visionary coming in. This rare does hold some value for us. And then we're going to see a Silver Scrutiny coming in extended art from the Commander set, followed by a Rulik Mons War Chief. Then we're going to see Jasmine Boreal of the Seven. That was our box topper, sort of. And then we're going to see Aisha Tanka Armorer, followed by Rith Liberated Primeval coming in as a Mythic Showcase card. And then we get Namada Primeval Warden, followed by a Soldier and a Zombie token. All right, so I was a little thrown off by getting another Legends card. Unfortunately, though, just a common, and not even worth $1. So surprising. All right, so we got ourselves the Colossal Growth, followed by the Griffin Protector, Extinguish the Light, a Molten Monstrosity, Yavimaya Iconolast, with a Rulik Mons Warren Chief. And then we're going to see the Swamp. This is going to be, I believe, the most valuable basic land in the set, followed by a Ready Resurrected, a textured foil rare for us, followed by a Leyline Binding. So Leyline Binding is going to be one of the cards from the main set that is valued pretty darn close to $10. And then we're going to see a Keldon Flame Sage coming in from Commander Extended Art with an Aaron Benalia's Ruin, followed by Torwaki the Younger, etched foil Commander with Tetsuo Imperial Champion, also etched foil, but this is a mythic. And then we're going to see an Ohapi Kalaria coming in, another Commander card. And then we are going to see Liliana of the Veil in extended art, or in borderless, I apologize, in foil. So in non-foil, this is valued at almost $10. So in foil, I would imagine it just creeps over 10. So that's a pretty decent hit for us. And then we get a bird and a treasure token. So Leyline Binding in extended art is valued over $10. And Liliana of the Veil from the main set is valued over $10. The borderless is not worth as much. And everything else other than, Timeless Lotus is going to be valued under $10. So it really is shield rid or bust. All right, so we got the Shield Wall Sentinel with the Haunting Figment, followed by the Sunbathing Rootwalla with a Gaia's Might, Coral Colony, Balmor Battle Mage Captain, and then we're going to see the Mountain, followed by Sol Kanar the Tainted. That's our textured foil. And then we are going to see young Liliana coming in from the main set, valued over $10. Awesome. So Liliana back to back. And then we're going to see ourselves a Defiler of Flesh with Rada Coalition Warlord. Then we're going to see Torwaki the Younger again with Sten Paranoid Partisan. And we're going to see Karn Living Legacy coming in the back there. Very cool to see that mythic. Unfortunately, Karn is not high value. And then we're going to see a Leaf Crown Visionary in extended art foil in the back. That is going to hold a little bit of value for us with a Saproling and a Cat Warrior. All right, moving into pack number 6 here. 2 Lilianas. We got a Karn. We got a Lost Legend. We got a Leyline Binding. Believe it or not, this is actually a pretty decent box. So we got a Battlefly Swarm, followed by an Argivian Phalanx, Mesa Cavalier, an Aggressive Sabotage. Then we're going to see a Hurloon Battle Hymn with a Sprouting Goblin and an Island. And our textured foil is going to be a Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart, just an uncommon. And then we're going to see a Carplusian Forest coming in from the land cycle, with an Iridan Maelstrom coming in from the Commander subset in extended art, with a Najal Stormrunner. Then we're going to see Ramirez de Petrio, etched foil from Commander, with Zero the Golden Sting, also Commander, with a Hazaron Shaper of Sand, also Commander. See what I mean? So many Commander cards. And then we're going to see a Stronghold Arena in extended art foil, with a Soldier and a Goblin. I mean, I would say half of these packs are filled with Commander cards, or at least half of the post-land slots are filled with Commander cards, which just doesn't feel right. But whatever. What are you going to do? So we got an Artillery Blast, followed by a Vanquisher's Axe, Molten Tributary with a Bite Down. Then we're going to see a Knight of Dusk Shadow with a Hero's Heirloom, Then we're going to see a mountain with Titova, Steward of Tides in textured, with King Darien coming in as our main set rare. And then we're going to see a Llanowar Loam Speaker with Queen Elena of Ruddock. And then we're going to see the General Marhalt Elfstragon with Ramses Assassin Lord. And then we're going to see Tetsuo again with the Anointed Peacekeeper in extended art foil with a soldier and an ornithopter. All right, let me just take a half a second here and clean up my piles. They're getting a little out of control. All right. Moving into our next pack here. We're going to kick this one off with the Crystal Grotto, followed by the Artillery Blast, Sacred Peaks, Sunbathing Rootwalla, Night of Dawn's Light. Then we're going to see a Prayer of Binding with another Swamp. Then we've got Vohar Vidalian Desecrator as our textured foil, with a Defiler of Instinct coming in as our main set rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Threats Undetected, Zar Oharan Scion of Afara, Jasmine Boreal of the Seven, Sten Paranoid Partisan. Then we're going to see an Adhikar Waste coming in. Very beautiful card here from the land cycle. And then we're going to see a Veldarian Mindslinger coming in as our extended art rare in the back with a bird and a dragon token. All right, down the 4 packs. Still would like to see a Timeless Lotus. It's the one card from this set I've never pulled. Although a fan of the channel did mail me one, so I have it in my my vault, even though it's only worth $12. But I will treasure it because someone gave it to me. So we get a Samite Herbalist, followed by a Juniper Order Rootweaver, Scout of the Wilderness, Flowstone Infusion, Baird Argivian Recruiter, a Dragon Whelp, with another island. And we're going to see Namada Primeval Warden coming in as our textured foil, with the Elder Dragon War coming in as our main set rare. And then we're going to see the Primeval Spawn coming in from the Commander subset. Look at that big old 10-10. Then we've got Elias Ilkor Sadistic Pilgrim, followed by General Marhalt. Then we're going to see the Ever-Changing Dane with Hazalon Shaper of Sand and Mary Scholar of Antiquity coming in, followed by a Soldier and an Ornithopter. All right, so nothing too exciting in that pack. All right, this one kicks off with the Deathbloom Gardener, followed by Gibbering Barricade, Meteorite, Essence Scatter, Raff, Tail Swipe. Then we're going to see the Plains, followed by Urg Spawn of Turg, textured foil, with an Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief, followed by Defiler of Instinct again, this time just extended art, with a Raff Weatherlight Stalwart, Jasmine Boreal of the Seven, Rarity Resurrected, and then we're going to see Zur Internal Schemer coming in as a mythic, followed by Shenaded Sleeper's Scourge coming in from the Commander subset. This one is going to hold some value for us, especially in foil, value just over $2 in non-foil, with a Saproling and a Dragon. Never pulled 2 Legends cards in a box. I assume it's possible, but considering the pull rate is, I believe, 1 to 2 per case, it's highly unlikely that you'll get 2 in the same box. All right, so we got ourselves an Essence Scatter with a Haunted Mire, followed by another Meteorite, Shield Wall Sentinel, Elias Ilkor, with Founding of the Third Path. Then we've got the Forest. Then we got Garna Bloodfist of Keld as our extended art, or excuse me, our etched foil. Then we've got the World Spell Mythic coming in from the main set, followed by a Cosmic Epiphany. I believe this is going to be a Jumpstart rare. Then we got Garna Bloodfist of Keld, Torwaki, with Radadrabek of Urborg, followed by Jaya Fiery Negotiator. All right, sweet. So we're getting all of the Planeswalkers. Then we're going to see a Herd Migration and a Soldier Dragon. All right, final Collector Booster Box, or Collector Booster Pack of Dominaria United. let's see a home run in this pack, because I believe we're only at one, maybe two cards over $10. So we got the Outrider, followed by the Goblin Picker. Then we got the Elfin Worm, Tolarian Terror, the Weatherseed Treaty, followed by Aaron Benalia's Ruin, the Plains again. Then we're going to see Jahora, Ageless Witness. All right, then we're going to see a Defiler of Faith, followed by Valdarian Hexcatcher. Then we're going to see Baird Argivian Recruiter with General Marholt. What do we got next? Rasputin, Orca Siege Demon. And then we're going to see ourselves a Silver Scrutiny in foil extended art with a bird and a beast. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's kick things off by examining the box's contents in relation to the cards that we had an opportunity to obtain. Using this chart, we can see the cards that we could potentially acquire from the main Dominaria United set marked in gray, and the actual foils we acquired in orange and the non-foils in green. For the non-foils, we are only eligible to see Showcase, Borderless, Phyrexian, Extended Art, and Textured Foils in Collector Booster Packs. In today's box, we saw 8 non-foil Showcase, 3 Borderless, 9 Extended Art cards, and 1 Textured Foil per pack. When it comes to the foils, we saw between 7 and 14 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic, giving us a variance of 7. And in this box, we saw 15 foil Showcase, 1 foil Borderless, and 7 foil Extended Art cards. Moving into coverage, from the main set, we saw 19 unique non-foils out of a possible 101 cards, giving us 19% coverage of the cards that we were eligible to see. We also saw 12 of the 41 textured foils for 29% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 102 of the 366 cards, giving us 28% coverage of the main set. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in green with 34% coverage. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw 7 of the 40 main set uncommons that we were eligible to see in non-foil, giving us 18% coverage. We also saw 19 of the 74 rares for 26% coverage, and 5 of the 27 mythics for 19% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 38% of the commons, 36% of the uncommons, along with 20 rares for 17%, and 3 of the 40 mythics, good enough for 8% coverage. From a duplication standpoint, this box was loaded with duplication across 7 of the set categories. From the main set, 13 of the 150 cards were repeated 17 times for a duplication rate of 11%. This is pretty high for a collector booster box product. Before getting into the value of today's collector booster box, let's take a look at how the current set is performing. This chart shows all 408 cards in the Dominaria United set using non-foil market prices as of October 17, 2023. Currently, the set features 7 cards valued over $10. They are the Liliana of the Veil, valued at $11.23, Leyline Binding at $11.26, the Timeless Lotus at $11.97, and the other 4 cards are all going to be Shieldred the Apocalypse, with the Phyrexian going for $65.07 and the Textured Foil demanding $81.76. The main set also features 9 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 53 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 339 cards in the set are currently valued less than $1. The 408 cards have a total non-foil market value of $558.46. So what kind of value did we end up seeing from the main set today? Well, in the non-foil space, we didn't see much, with only a single card valued over $5. We did see 2 non-foils valued over $1, but the other 29 cards are currently valued less than $1. In the traditional foil space, we saw 2 big hits, and both happened to be Liliana of the Veil, with the Borderless going for $11.52 and the standard frame going for 10 cents more at $11.62. We also saw 2 cards in the $5 to $10 range, with the Leyline Binding at $8.89 and the Extended Art Plaza of Heroes going for $9.26. Surprisingly, we saw 30 foils in the $1 to $5 range, including all 12 of the basic lands. The other 84 main set foils that we saw are currently valued less than $1. Now let's take a look at the Commander subset, considering 30 of the 180 cards came from this set. We saw 1 foil from the main set, which was our box topper, the Jasmine Boreal of the 7. We also saw 13 multicolor cards from the main set, 12 etched foils, though unlike the textured foils from the main set, these were not seeded 1 per pack. Finally, we saw 1 foil and 3 non-foil extended art cards. Moving into coverage, we saw 45% of the eligible cards from the Commander main set. We also saw 12% of the extended art in non-foil and 4% in foil. And we saw 55% of the etched foils. Yes, 55% of the entire etched foil subset inside of a single box. It's not surprising that they have very little value. Switching over to coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw 80% of the uncommons and non-foil, along with 22% of the rares and 11% of the mythics. In the etched foil space, we saw 100% of the uncommons, 50% of the rares, and 40% of the mythics. Including all duplication, this box contained 50 rares and 12 mythics in 12 packs. Just like the main set, we again saw heavy duplication from the Commander subset, with 5 of the 30 cards repeated twice for a duplication rate of 17%. Again, before reviewing the value that we saw in this box, let's review the value of the set. This chart shows all 66 cards available inside of collector booster packs for the Dominaria United Commander subset. Currently, there are 2 cards valued over $10. They are the Extended Art Reaver Cleaver, valued at $14.98, and the Extended Art Greensleeves Morrow Sorcerer, valued at $24.59. The subset also features a single card valued between $5 and $10, and 12 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The other 51 cards are valued less than $1. The current market value of all 66 cards is $83.81, with almost half of that coming from the top 2 cards. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of the high-value cards in today's box. Just 2 cards that are valued over $1 and 27 cards that are valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box through TCG Player for $151.27 this summer when I thought it had bottomed out. The current market price for these boxes as of October 17th is $139.52. The Dominaria United Collector Booster Box contains 12 packs, each with 15 cards, allowing you to see 180 cards plus tokens. In today's box, we did see one of the thousands of Lost Legends cards. Unfortunately, it was a 37-cent Comet Spirit Shackle. The 30 cards from the Commander subset have a total value of $10.75. From the main set, the 12 tokens are currently valued at $1.83 combined. The 12 full art basic lands are valued at an impressive $20.70, and the 47 commons came out to be $20.60 in market value. The 43 uncommons that we saw are currently valued at $17.34. The 40 rares have a current market value of $47.49, and the 8 main set mythics that we pulled are valued at $27.34. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $146.42 in card market value, which is a loss of $4.85 for me, which means that I only saw a return of 97% of my purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 16 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $77.70. That means that those 16 cards represent 53% of the total box value. Now, this is the third time I've found a Lost Legends card inside of a collector booster box of Dominaria United. In my limited experience, if you see a Lost Legends card, the rest of the box just isn't that good. Let me know in the comments below if you've pulled a Lost Legends card and what it was, and how the rest of the box felt to you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.